and then I just stayed with the suspect. I tried to see if he was breathing or anything, and and from my experience, he looked obviously deceased. I wasn't, I didn't check for a pulse. He just seemed like he was dead.
When you rolled up and you got out of your car, did you hear any gunshots at that time?
No.
You didn't hear any gunshots?
No.
Didn't hear the discharge of a taser at that time at all? Anything like that?
No, sir.
So we believe that it would have been all done before you actually rolled up?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear any radio traffic from Sergeant Frost as you were rolling up?
Other than when I, initially called for the priority backup, and then I was coming down, and I would say I was about halfway here. I don't know what my cross street was on 43, but when I heard shot fired, and that was the last transmission that I heard from him.
You're familiar with Sergeant Frost. You knew that was his call sign and his voice and all that on the radio?
Yes, sir.
You knew. Okay. Did he call out prior to your arrival? Did he say, I have one suspect or two? Did he give you any description over the radio?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But, obviously with lights and sirens and everything going on, well, the siren mainly.
Right.
And when, you're party back, everyone and their mother's talking. But I don't believe so that he issued any sort of transmission that said that there was one suspect or anything like that.
I know this is probably a question I don't know if you'll be able to answer at this time, but do you know what time it was when you rolled up? Is there anything that you can mark time with?
I checked out with dispatch. I let dispatch know when I was about a mile out because I knew I was going to be the first one on scene.
What's your call sign?
6116.
6116?
Yep.
Okay.
And I knew that I was going to be the first one on scene just because of how close we are geographically to his location.
Right.
I gave him, I want to say shortly after the shot fired, I gave a transmission that I was about 1 mile out. And then, I confused cars, it seemed like forever getting there, but...
Do you remember any other officers that showed up while you were here?
Well, my lieutenant, Bleverneck,
okay.
He showed up, I think, next after I did, and that was probably a little bit after. My time's construed with that just because of the adrenaline and everything. It seemed like a few minutes, but it might have just been a few seconds later. But I know the Trooper Alexic, Sergeant Teetsort from Eaton County.
They all showed up before EMS?
I think so, because the first people for medical to respond was Roxanne Township. It's that rig that my car's tied to with the caution tape.
Okay.
They showed up, and I want to say that they showed up slightly, after everything was said and done.
Okay.
And that's when they came down and came to the scene, brought them up. I helped them load them up on the little board. Well, anyways, they got him on the board, they brought him up, and then one of the older guys there, I don't know if he was CMP or medical first responder or whatever, he asked if we could take the cuffs off so that they could try to get the AED and stuff on.
Does what patrol unit were you driving? What number?
615.
615?
Yeah, 615.
Okay. Is that equipped with in-car video?
Yep. Has dash cam. I tested the audio today. Audio worked.
Everything should be good to go.
Dash cam's still rolling. So.
It is. Who is responsible for downloading that? How can I get that?
Generally, the officer downloads it. The officer of the car downloads it into our drive, our hard drive.
Okay.
With this situation, I don't know exactly how you guys wanted to do it. I'm sure my
How can we get it to an external source?
Basically, burn through DVD right there.
Yep. All right. Can we do that tonight?
Yep.
All right.
I know that Sergeant Frost had mentioned. Now that I'm remembering this now, when my lieutenant was, talking with him, and I had the guy handcuffed. There was a bullet standing right next to me without a discharge cartridge.
So spent a full round?
Full round.
All right.
And Sergeant Frost made a comment that his gun had jammed. Okay. And I told Trooper Alexic to let you guys know.
Where did you see that round? In the snow?
In the snow.
Right down there where the tussle was?
And I know that, when the medical first responders came down, I saw that the bullet got buried into the snow. Right. And obviously they were, coming down to help them. I don't think they were thinking about seeing security,
right. But you saw one round that had discharged.
Yep.
Okay.
And it was standing right next to me. Not standing, but it was right in the snow, right next to my knee. And that's when Sergeant Frost said that his gun had jammed.
Frost told you that his gun jammed?
I think he said it to my lieutenant, or he might have just been saying it in general.
Okay.
He seems somewhat shell-shocked, and so there was something I think he was just saying, and I don't know if he necessarily was directing towards anyone. But I do know that he said that the guy was wailing on him. That was a direct word, wailing, I believe.
Okay.
And then I think I want to say that he said there was nothing else he could do, or it's all on my dash cam and my audio. Like I said, right now it's like there's so much going on. It's like
I understand. Now, will you generate a report on all this when you can get back and get your thoughts together and put together a report and get that to me and get you my card?
Yeah, and I actually have a report number that I pulled for our agency if you guys want it.
Okay.
It'll be a 15-0117, and that'll be a GLPD report.
Will the lieutenant be adding anything to that report, or was it just
he might do a supplemental. I'm not 100% sure.
it'll be the same report number?
Yeah. If he does add anything, I'm not sure if he will.
You mentioned you were bloody.
Yeah, just from handcuffing, and then there was blood all over the scene.
Okay. So it wasn't your blood?
No.
You weren't injured?
No, I wasn't injured. It was just because there was blood in the area, and then me cuffing them and stuff. I mean, I had gloves on and stuff, but just with all the movements and stuff, I'm sure that, there's blood all over my knees and stuff. And
now, just so, there's always going to be people that are going to Monday morning quarterback this. All right? Can you check your weapon and your magazines to make sure all your rounds are accounted for?